A grieving mother speaks out about how fentanyl took the life of her teenage daughter. Now she shares what she wants the government to do.
Tents are coming down and tests going away. We'll tell you how campus might look a little different as COVID protocols fade away.
Stop, drop, and roll. We've all heard it, but how do you know if you're really prepared for a fire? We'll extinguish all your burning questions about how to be safe when things are ablaze.
Annenberg TV News is next.
Our top story tonight, how a mother whose daughter died of fentanyl overdose is pushing for change in schools. Hi, I'm Jose Romo.
And I'm Dario Fair. Senate Bill 10, known as Melanie's bill, is making its way through the California legislature.
A mother is devastated. Her 15-year-old daughter, Melanie, died of a fentanyl overdose at Bernstein High School in Hollywood. Now, a new Senate bill named after Melanie is being proposed to help prevent more tragedies like this one.
This would help many kids. A lot of parents won't have to go through what I went through, and I hope it gets approved.
It establishes a foundation for schools throughout the state to provide education to not only the staff but to the students on fentanyl and opioid overdoses. What is the district doing to protect our community? What is the district doing to protect our kids?
3 milligrams of fentanyl is enough to kill a person. That's even less than a pinch of sugar. According to the family's attorney, an ambulance has responded to 13 incidents of suspected fentanyl overdoses at Bernstein High within the last 5 years. The family is suing the district for negligence, saying it failed to ensure student safety on campus. The LA Unified School District refused to comment on the lawsuit. A student from Bernstein High School says fentanyl is a hot topic of discussion among students.
It gets talked about like around school or like during lunch, kids try to sell it.
From October 2020 to October 2021, fentanyl was responsible for at least 70,000 deaths according to the National Institute of Drug Abuse. Elena Perez will testify tomorrow in Sacramento. She's hoping the bill to expand fentanyl overdose education will save lives. For Annenberg Media, I'm Mariela Gomez.
The incoming freshman class will not be required to have the COVID-19 vaccine, according to an update to the USC protocols. University officials released an email this morning saying the vaccine will be highly recommended, but not required. The change comes after LA County removed the health emergency mandate on March 31st. The new USC COVID protocol will not require the vaccine for incoming students outside of a health-related major. USC will stop offering on-site testing, but will continue to provide antigen kits on both the main and health sciences campuses. A negative test will no longer be required before leaving isolation. Some students believe, however, this may be a step in the wrong direction.
That definitely makes me feel a lot less safe.
I think it's definitely going to lead to more COVID cases. If people are allowed to be on campus without being fully vaccinated, I feel like it's going to especially hurt people who are immunocompromised.
I do understand why they make it not required, because maybe at this point everyone has been vaccinated, but to be really safe, we should still require vaccination.
And I think this is just going to be interesting considering that the last academic school year, you could barely even access any of USC's resources on campus without a QR code. So now we're back to this situation of, it's going to be a huge change and a huge adjustment for students on campus. What do you think?
That's right. I think a lot of us students are not really sure how this is going to impact us. And like you said, we have to wait another year, another few months to see how we assimilate to this change, right? We are all unsure how this may affect us, but we're looking to see how this change not only affects USC students, but also affects us at a national level, right, with the announcement this morning.
And I think it's going to be crucial that we monitor those impacts over the next couple of months, even to a year. So.
That's right. Turning to a national level, President Biden signed legislation this morning ending the COVID-19 national health emergency. The bill passed the Senate last month with bipartisan approval. Officials say this will not affect the planned wind down scheduled for May 11th.
Authorities have released new details about the man who opened fire at a bank in downtown Louisville yesterday morning. Police say the shooter legally bought his AR-15 style rifle less than a week before the shooting.
It's about a 9-minute span from the time he begins his assault, and then a few minutes after that before we get the first call on it, 3 minutes after that when we respond to the scene, and then about 3 minutes after we respond, the subject is neutralized.
The shooter was an employee at the bank where he killed 5 people and injured at least 8 others. Police say the 25-year-old live streamed the attack on Instagram. The video has since been taken down. A congressman from Kentucky is calling on lawmakers to pass gun reform legislation.
Right, this isn't political. Come together and put those policies first. Make sure that not another family experiences this loss, that not another community is ripped apart at its very fabric by this type of savage and senseless violence. If we can talk about this in terms of public safety, in terms of people and kids over guns, then I think we can come together and really begin to solve a problem which is uniquely American.
The Kaiser Family Foundation released a survey today on the number of families affected by gun-related incidents. The survey found that 1 in 5 Americans experienced the loss of a family member killed by a gun, while 1 in 6 Americans have been personally threatened with a gun or witnessed someone being shot.
Every pediatrician that I know has experience treating gun injuries, and guns are the leading cause of death in children and adolescents in the United States. And about 1/3 of children in the U.S. live in a household that has a gun. So it's really important that pediatricians talk to families and make sure that they're storing their guns safely.
Kaiser is partnered with the Health Alliance for Violence Intervention to provide violence prevention services and related care. You can learn more about their work at thejavi.org.
The LA City Council reappointed Heather Hutt to finish the term of Mark Ridley Thomas. Last month, the 10th District Representative was convicted of federal corruption charges. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass said she looks forward to continuing to work with Councilmember Hutt to confront the critical issues facing Los Angeles. Some local civil rights leaders wanted the city to call for an immediate special election, but the council voted to have Hutt fill the seat until December 2024 when the term expires.
Hollywood writers are voting to authorize a possible strike. They are asking for more money. If approved, this wouldn't be the first Hollywood writers' strike. The last strike happened in 2007 and lasted for 100 days. During that time, there was a stop in Hollywood productions. The halt in production cost the California economy more than $2 billion, according to the Milken Institute. The following are the demands of the Writers Guild of America. Their demands are to negotiate the leverage of their contracts, have compensation for streaming platforms and residuals in theaters, have contributions to pensions, and obtain health funds. The Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, which represents the Hollywood studios, said in a statement, quote, "The goal is to keep production active so that all of us can continue working and continue to deliver consumers the best entertainment product available in the world." Voting for the strike authorization closes on Monday, April 17th at 12 p.m.
Not sure what to do with that old phone that you threw in a drawer a year ago? Well, walk you through the benefits of recycling your old electronics.
Hang on to those red hot questions. Coming up are local first responders on how to keep safe when the fire is burning.
Ready to rock out? One of the biggest music festivals of the year, Coachella, will take over the desert this weekend. This and more events coming up in our segment, SC What's Happening.
Worried your friend's struggling but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could write them a text or knit them a sweater. If you can't be together, you could write them a letter. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking. You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You could ask on your couch while you binge watch. However you do it, you gotta ask a friend. And if they don't share, you can ask again.
Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
As USC students look to live more sustainably, and e-waste often gets overlooked. Reporter John Walker talks to one school helping Trojans live greener lives.
Only 12.5% of e-waste is recycled. So where does the rest of it go?
I don't think I honestly ever throw away e-waste stuff like in the normal trash can. Just because I don't throw it away, I kind of just hoard it.
There's definitely times where I carelessly have thrown away batteries or something like that.
We collect a lot of electronics here in the department. Those tend to pile up over the course of time.
Viterbi hosted an e-waste collection event today. Anyone with e-waste can bring it to the Epstein Family Plaza to be properly disposed of. The event highlighted the environmental impact of e-waste.
It doesn't break down like most of the normal garbage and trash that we throw away. Electronic parts are not biodegradable, so they do need to be taken apart accordingly, and they can be recycled or disposed of in an appropriate fashion. We just want to provide the School of Engineering and any neighboring schools just an opportunity to get rid of those things.
Worldwide, we generate about 20 to 50 million metric tons of e-waste each year. But what is e-waste? Well, if you went from a desktop to a laptop, that computer tower, e-waste. Upgraded your computer monitor, e-waste. Piles of cords you don't even know what they go to anymore, e-waste. And for the majority of us, batteries.
Separate your batteries from the electronics, just because battery decomposition obviously can break down and have harmful effects.
Sure, they're just small things, but they'll accumulate over time.
The next e-waste collection is tomorrow and Thursday from 11:30 to 2. For Annenberg Media, I'm John Walker.
Students passing through Hahn Plaza have the opportunity to play with fire today and learn what to do in a real-world emergency. It's the annual Spring Safety and Emergency Preparedness event. Students brandished fire extinguishers during a controlled burn exercise. The professionals were on hand to make sure students got the message and also had some fun.
Well, the main emphasis, as Carla described, is really education and raising awareness. We have a trivia game going on, so we want to make it enjoyable and not just as if we're lecturing to people. But we do want them to come away with a takeaway of, I feel like I'm more prepared for the next emergency that comes along.
Have you ever used an extinguisher? If not, we have some tips for you with the PASS or PASS method. First, pull the pin on the handle, then aim the nozzle at the base of the fire. Next, squeeze the lever slowly. Finally, sweep the extinguisher from side to side.
We're offering something that is on an educational site. And so the institution is about education and learning, and this is a way for us to incorporate what we would not think about. Every week we offer various informational sessions like how to use a fire extinguisher. So hopefully we get the community involved as far as both campus and surrounding community members.
You can find more information on upcoming events at the USC Fire Safety and Emergency Planning website. You can also download the Trojan mobile app, Trojan mobile safety notification app. Live safe.
Now, to celebrate Earth Month, the USC Arts and Climate Collective hosted a festival today. The event encouraged students to imagine a fossil fuel-free LA. The event featured student artwork, films, and a panel featuring 4 climate experts. The festival also had multiple LA climate organizations and served free food. 2 members of the Arts and Climate Collective spoke about the need for this festival.
We're in these like fenced in like walls of our community, and then everything inside of here is dry and there's like no drinking water.
Oh, I mean, this is our future. This is everyone's future. And so it's so important to build awareness about how important sustainability is, climate change, and environmental justice. And so it takes all of us. This is a fight that we're all going to need to be in. And I think the importance of this festival is it's showing that there's a place for everyone in it.
This event in advance of Earth Day on April 22nd is a larger part of Assignment Earth, the Sustainability Office's framework for a more climate-friendly campus. Now with that, I mean, they had free food. That's getting me hungry, Rory. I also invite Eric in the control room to a carnita asada this weekend. What's the weather looking like?
You're making me hungry now, Jose. Thank you. Spring has sprung and it's finally barbecue season, which is perfect for that little after show snack here in Los Angeles. So let's take a look at the current weather. Right now we're sitting at 63 degrees with a humidity of 70%. So a little bit of a warmer night tonight. And let's take a look at the 5-day weathercast so you can plan to when to pull that barbecue out if you need. Tomorrow we have a high of 71 and in the higher 60s. And on Saturday and Sunday we're going to have the same kind of weather in the 70s with a low of 50 and 54. If you need me Friday, I will be drinking fresh lemonade by the pool and eating a big bowl of ice cream. But this time, I will be wearing sunscreen because I have a gnarly sunburn. That's all I have for this week for weather. Jeremy, what's going on in the world of sports?
Thanks, Rory. We have big news in the world of USC football. Stay tuned to find out next who they welcome to the team. USC baseball has moved up in the college baseball rankings. Marissa is live at Dado Field with an update. And the NBA play-in tournament starts tonight for the Lakers. Stay tuned for my prediction.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch. Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back to ATVN Sports. I'm Jeremy Cole. As you heard before the break, Marissa is out in the field, and we will be hearing from her shortly. First today, USC football announced former NFL head coach Cliff Kingsbury is joining the USC coaching staff as a senior offensive analyst. Kingsbury served as the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals for the past 4 seasons. Before coaching in the NFL, Kingsbury lit up scoreboards at the collegiate level with his air raid offense. He's coached multiple NFL quarterbacks, such as Patrick Mahomes and Johnny Manziel. In 2018, Kingsbury had a brief stint with the Trojans as an offensive coordinator. 5 years later, Kingsbury is back, and his addition only makes USC a more desirable destination for offensive talent. Now, for the first time since 2012, 2 USC women's basketball players were drafted in this year's WNBA draft. The icing on the cake, they were taken back-to-back. First, the Phoenix Mercury drafted Katie Sissoko with the 29th overall pick. In her only season with USC, Sissoko averaged 15.4 points and 6.2 rebounds per game, shooting 45% from the field. Next, the New York Liberty selected Okako Adika with the 30th overall pick. Adika started all 31 games for the Trojans this season nailing the second most threes on the team. She averaged 7.3 points and 5 rebounds per game. USC women's basketball head coach Lindsay Gottlieb offered her congratulations on Twitter, saying, quote, "There is nothing better than seeing your players happy, fulfilled, and living their dreams. Caddy and Coco, let's go." You can catch Sissoko and Adika tearing up the WNBA when the season starts this May. From all of us at ATVN, we wish both of you the best of luck in the WNBA. And now we're heading outside to Marissa, who is live outside of Dado Field for the Trojan baseball game tonight. Marissa, what's going on out there? How you doing?
Hey Jeremy, USC is minutes away from their game against Cal State Fullerton. The music is blaring, fans are starting to show up, and as you see behind me, Cal State Fullerton is getting ready for that first pitch scheduled for 6:30. The Trojans are looking to continue their winning ways after their sweep against San Diego State last week. This marked the team's third sweep of the season and fifth straight series win. The Trojans moved up 4 spots in the college baseball rankings and are now ranked 21st overall, according to Baseball America. Now joining us is the voice of USC baseball, Carlo Jimenez. Thank you, Carlo, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So what have you seen from this team so far that has allowed them to play so well this season?
Yeah, I think really their depth. They have 12 guys who can play every day. Their pitching staff is top 25 in the nation in earned run average. They love playing together. And when you're talented, you're deep, and you love playing together, you're going to have success.
Thank you, Carlo, for joining us today.
Of course.
Well, now I'm off to the stands to talk to some fans. Until then, back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Marissa. We'll see you soon. Currently, USC baseball has a record of 20 wins, 10 losses, and 1 tie. As of April 11th last year, the Trojans were just 16-12. Their current .661 winning percentage is the best it's been over a full season since the COVID-shortened 2020 season and the 2006 season when the Trojans had a 44-22 record. This year's record can be attributed to the big bats of Austin Overn, Cole Gabrielson, Johnny Olmstead, and Nick Lopez. Overn leads the team with a .349 batting average, while Gabrielson leads the team with 8 home runs and 37 RBIs. Marissa, I hear you may have a secret fan there related to Cole Gabrielson. What's going on there? How are the fans feeling?
Yeah, Jeremy, I'm here with Randy Gabrielson, father of Cole Gabrielson. So, Mr. Gabrielson, what is it like to watch the Trojans play so well this season?
Well, it's been a lot of fun for sure. I mean, it starts at the top with the coaching staff, which have done just an amazing job in a short amount of time. And then it's just next guy up. Every player on this team has done a really great job, from pitching to hitting to defense. It's really been fun to watch.
Thank you, Mr. Gabrielson. I appreciate you being here with us today. Thank you. Well, now I'm off to watch some USC baseball. Back to you, Jeremy, in the studio.
Thanks, Marissa, and enjoy the game. Don't forget, though, tonight at 7 p.m. at the Crypto.com Arena, the Los Angeles Lakers are facing off against the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of NBA play-in games. The Lakers and Timberwolves met 3 times this year. Minnesota won the first 2 matchups of the season, both by single digits. The Lakers took Game 3 thanks to Anthony Davis's 38 points and 17 rebounds. The Lakers have been one of the best teams in the NBA since the trade deadline, and LeBron James offered his thoughts about the miraculous turnaround.
I was just telling the AD, I was like, man, can you believe that we're going to finish this season above 500 after everything that's went on this season? We turned this thing around.
The Timberwolves are without tonight Rudy Gobert, their center, and forward Jaden McDaniels. Gobert was suspended for punching his teammate out of frustration, while McDaniels, he fractured his hand after punching a wall. My pick for tonight, I think the Lakers will punch their ticket to the playoffs. And that's all we have for ATVN Sports. I'm Jeremy Cole. Now we're going over to Gabriella at the monitor.
Thank you, Jeremy. Coachella is not the only thing coming up. We've got more music and sporting events next on XC What's Happening.
Lávate Lávate las manos por 20 segundos como Elmo.
Hay algo especial acerca de este lugar. Se siente como un hogar, una sala debajo del cielo y los árboles. Rodeado de aire fresco y la naturaleza. Todo aquí para que lo disfrutemos y para que lo cuidemos. Tenemos la responsabilidad de cuidar de esta tierra que llamamos casa, de preservarla para las generaciones que vienen. Cada acción pequeña contribuye para un cambio mayor y cada uno de nosotros podemos hacer la diferencia. Hay algo especial acerca de este bosque. Es un lugar donde se hacen recuerdos y juntos podemos preservarla y protegerla.
In honor of Limb Difference Awareness Month, reporter Faith McGrath talks with a Nashville singer and songwriter who's an advocate for physical differences. Faith?
Thank you, Jose. I had the incredible opportunity to interview Ryan Page. She told me all about her experience living with arthrogryposis multiplex congenia amyopalagia, a non-genetic condition involving joint stiffness and a limited range of motion that usually affects the arms and legs. Ryan shared how she uses her difference to combine her passions for social work and singing.
So a large part of the reason why I went into social work, so I was originally a music major in college, and then I went into social work because I was getting told stories after I sang that were like really dark or really difficult from people. And I was like, oh my goodness, I want to be able to like actually walk alongside these people.
Got her hand out the window, a buzzing in her head.
People may recognize Ryan from season 3 of the music competitor show X Factor, where she finished in 5th place. Ryan says listening to other people's stories through social work has inspired her songwriting.
Now,
for this week's SC What's Happening, we have a couple of music events, including the Slava Festival and the annual Coachella Festival starting this weekend. The Slava Festival will be presented by USC's music ensemble Thornton Edge under the direction of faculty member Donald Croquette. This event is a celebration of Ukrainian art and culture. We also have the long-anticipated Coachella starting this weekend, featuring artists like Blackpink, Bad Bunny, Frank Ocean, and dozens more. For students that are going to the festival, have fun.
And if you're missing something else that's hot like Bad Bunny, like game days for Trojan football, the Trojan football returns to the Coliseum this Saturday with the annual spring game. Kickoff starts at noon, and fans should be expecting food, fun activities, and a lively scrimmage as Trojans enter their second season under Lincoln Riley's guidance. These are all great games coming up. I think we are really excited with, Jeremy just had the story with the new coaching staff for the USC football team. There's a lot going on, but I think we're all looking forward to this. Now, thanks for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Jose Romo.
And I'm Dario Fair. For more coverage, watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Annenberg Media. Good night.